Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to do a video of myself kind of doing a talk through with a couple of new products that I purchased along the way. A new foundation, a new eyeshadow, a new moisturizer. There's a bunch of random new stuff, a new bronzer, a new eyeliner. So yeah, I wanted to test it out with you guys and kind of talk about them. I have worn them a few weeks already, so I kind of have an idea of what I think about the products. So if you want to hear my thoughts, then keep watching. For my skin, I'm going to start off with this moisturizer. This is one that I actually got at the CCO. They sell them like this size for $3, and I thought this would be a good one to try. So I hear that this specific moisturizer from Clinique, this one's the Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. I hear this one's great for oily skin. And I've used it before. I think I had a sample once from Bloomingdale's, I'm pretty sure. And it was a while ago. And I remember liking it though. But the thing I like about this moisturizer is that it kind of like feels a little tacky, but also it almost dries quickly, but it still makes your skin very moisturized. So I'm testing it out just to see if I want to buy a full size because they are not cheap. The foundation I'm testing today is No. 7 foundation. This one is in like the Stay Perfect foundation. At the Walgreens they have like 4 different foundations, and they all kind of are meant for different skin types. There was one for really dewy, and then there was this one which had a ton, like a huge range of colors, and then they had the one for oily skin, which was more like a mousse, like it was very, very moussey. That color selection was not that great, so I just didn't really go with that. So I was like, you know what, let me just try this one. There were 2 colors I was going between, and the light one just didn't seem the best for me, so I chose to go with Deeply Honey. It's a little bit dark on me, but I'm making it work with using a little droplet of the L'Oreal. So I like to do that. This one's a 205. I always say 204. I've tried this foundation several times already, and I will say that it works the best with a brush. 2 different days I think I tried it with a beauty blender, and it just doesn't grip on certain parts of my skin. There's a part down here, it just does not grip. It doesn't stick. I don't know what the deal is with that section of my face, but certain foundations just don't stick to that area. So anyways, this foundation reminds me a lot of the Sonia Kashuk one, actually. The thing I also like about this foundation, the more that I've worn it, is that it has an olive undertone. So that means that like if you have, like, let's say you don't love like a yellow undertone, or you don't love when it looks like orangey, this specific one will be a great one to like mix foundations with, because that's what I've been doing with some of the other ones, and it does such a good job. This is super full coverage, and that's what it doesn't say. I don't think it says that on the bottle. It says a long-lasting foundation for a naturally flawless complexion with super staying power. This comfortable foundation feels lightweight and breathable and gives an even toned, smooth complexion, which is like a definite yes. It could be relied on to stay perfect up to 17 hours wear. Weatherproof and transfer proof. Didn't even check that, but the last few days has been rainy in Chicago, and I've been wearing this foundation, and I guess, yeah, I didn't even think about those claims, but it's true. So as you can see, it's a little bit dark, so usually I just kind of bring some of it down here, and I also put some bronzer, because I don't like to bring too much foundation down. But for the most part, you can always lighten up a foundation, which is what my preference is. Just so we can get like the most out of this foundation for today, because I am going to a special event, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape. This one is in Tan Sand. I actually talked about this in my favorites, and I'm using a dry beauty blender. The colors that I had were medium and sand tan, and I just felt that sand tan was like a more flattering color. Medium was just a little bit too light, but also like not the right tone for me. So that one is going back to the store. Like I said in my favorites, the way that you can lighten up this concealer if you do want it brighter is just to use like a different highlighting pen. This one is the one from Wet n Wild. It's extremely, I'd say it's the same as the MAC highlighting pen in Bright Forecast. This one's called a Happy Medium. It's super similar. Like the formula, like just like the gel-like consistency, everything about it is like exactly the same. So it's kind of crazy. So something else that's newer to me is this bronzer. This one is the Physicians Formula bronzer. So if you see these in the store, just kind of peek at both of them. So I've used this a few times, and honestly, I'm just not sure how I feel about it. Like, it gives a good cool tone bronze to me, on me, but it doesn't give me that like orangey tone that I love. So I think for that reason, I'm probably going to return this one. It's pretty, it's very smooth, but the tone of it is just a little bit too cool for my liking. But I have like the Hoola bronzer, and that one's like just good enough for me. Like, I don't need another one. It does smell yummy. It almost smells like it smells like medicine, almost like a coconut medicine. I don't think it smells amazing. Yeah, it kind of like hurts my head. Yeah, I would try it though. If you haven't tried it yet, I would try it out. I'm just using some of that bronzer. And the reason I know that it's more cool tone is because I've like played with it on my eyes, because I love to use like bronzers on my eyes. And I always was like kind of like going like, why isn't it warm? And it's just because it's just not a warm tone bronzer. So if you were looking for something that's like gives you more warmth to your skin, then I would stick to something like MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. I would say to get this one because it's an amazing drugstore one, the L'Oreal Glam bronze, but they discontinued it for some dumb reason. So I'm just going to add some of this to my, more like my cheeks. Yeah, just does something extra. Alright, I'm very quickly going to do my brows, and I'll be right back. The other thing that's new to me is, I swear, I keep buying these colors, but this particular color was actually, it was actually discontinued from MAC. It's the color Foley. I saw this at a CCO and I was like, I've heard about this color and I don't own it. I'm going to add this to my crease. I already put down some of that bronzer, the Physicians Formula one, but I could use a little something more. I have a color very similar to this from MAC. It's called Deep Damson, and it's, is that right? It's called I'm Into It, and it's really similar. It's just a little bit richer. So this is I'm Into It, this is Foley. And I feel like I needed something similar to, or something to kind of transition I'm Into It into like my looks. And I know that Embark was one that I used to love as well, but that one is also just getting discontinued. So it's just like a bunch of like random MAC colors that are getting discontinued that I'm like, did I totally miss my shot with like learning how to love those and putting those in my collection? And I saw these at CCO. There were a few other ones too. I think there was like a blue color one from MAC. I'm actually gonna dip into these. These are also new to me. These are the Mega Glow highlighters from Wet n Wild. These are amazing. If you see these at your Walgreens, just kind of peek around and make sure that you dip back into them, because I thought that they were like limited edition. I thought they wouldn't be there, but they actually were, and it wasn't that hidden. They like totally restocked the area. And it wasn't also in its own display. It was like out in like its original one. So I'm just going to use this on my lids as something shiny. So again, this isn't like a new look or anything. This is just me trying out new products. The next new item to me is this eyeliner from NYX. I've talked about this, I believe, yeah, I talked about this in my monthly favorites, and I wanted to show this to you guys because like I didn't do a tutorial with it yet. It reminds me a lot of the NYC one. I actually just threw that one out because it was kind of old. But the thing I like about this one is that I think that the brush is a little bit thinner. The color is super matte. The other thing that I noticed right away is that this one lasts longer. When I'm removing my makeup, this is like the last thing to like get rubbed away. It's not even waterproof. And for my lashes, I'm using my favorite Skinny mascara from Wet n Wild. Oh, I love this. Alright, I'm going to do my lashes and then I'll be right back. Okay, now it's my favorite part. I didn't put any blush on because I have that bronzer and it kind of is perfect where it is. However, I do have these two Wet n Wild highlighters. This one's in the color Crown My Canopy. This one's kind of like a really cool like rose gold. And then this one is definitely like the brighter of the two. This one is called Precious Petals. And this is like the topper. I'm going to kind of dust this guy, the first one, the kind of rose gold one, all over my cheeks. And I've been doing this a lot lately and I really love the way it looks. So I do it all right here. Then I take the lighter one, like the icier guy, and I put that more up top here. This is amazing, honestly. It really is that icy, and it's so smooth for a drugstore. Like, it's amazing. I'm going to put a set of end lashes. These are the Salon Perfect ones, like the 35 dupes. I just cut them a little bit and then I use them mostly at the end. So I'm going to throw these on, and then I'm going to put on my liquid lipstick. This one is by Motives in the color Scandalous. Scandalous is super bright red. It's amazing. I love this one. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back. This is the finished makeup. Just a couple of things that I kind of wanted to like review on some of the items. These are amazing, these highlighters. I'm definitely keeping these, and these are fun. The other thing is this foundation. I really like it. I think the formula is amazing. It does last on my skin. It lasts really great on my oily skin. The only thing is that you have to kind of figure out what color you are, but my Walgreens had an entire display with like a ton of testers of every single color. They were all in really good condition. So I think that's something that is, I think that's awesome that they do that finally. But I think it's also great because it's a brand new brand, so not a lot of people know about it, and so you can really play with it. They have a mirror there too, so you can like test it on your face. That's what I did. So yeah, give it a try. I think it's a great one. I think it's really great for every day, all day. I kind of wish I had the lighter one so I could mix the darker foundation with it, but whatever. The other new product to me was this Physicians Formula bronzer. It's in the box. It's going back. I just don't like it. It's just okay. It's the tone is just not right for me, but I think it's a great bronzer if you do like this kind of tone or this undertone. It's just a little bit too neutral for me, to be honest. And obviously Foley. This could do no wrong. This is an awesome eyeshadow, and I really love the color, and I can't stop buying colors like this. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.